That's a Stax 007, MK2, that's MK1, and that's a Stax 009. I think that the Stax headphones have the best sound. The sound comes to you at one piece, and it's kind of a liquid sound. It's not a dark sound. Some people claim it's dark, but that's not the case. There is a lot of treble in the sound, but the way the treble comes at you is very different from dynamic headphones or planar magnetics. The treble is sparkling, sprawling, blinking. It's like when you are in your garden and you look at the Milky Way and everything is blinking and shiny. And that's kind of how the treble is communicated via these headphones. It's just a wonderful experience. It's all there. Compared to the Sennheiser HD800s, HD800 or HD800S for that matter, the treble is not harsh and not piercing at all. The Sennheisers, the treble is a bit metallic, industrial, mechanical sounding, and it can be piercing and harsh. So that's a problem, for example, for long listening sessions. With the Stax, the treble is always pleasing. Everything is there, but it's never harsh. And also with the Sennheiser HD800, you have the biggest soundstage there is in any headphone. And you can check out, you can listen to the different elements of the music, you can listen to the instruments or whatnot. But because the soundstage is so large, sometimes the song loses its coherence. The song can fall apart. The music can dissolve into its elements, so that you lose the song. That's why you will find yourself shaking your head, nodding your head to the music more often with a Stax system than with a Sennheiser system. Sennheiser is a very analytical experience, and that has its own merits. But with the Stax, you have the best of both worlds. You can listen to the song and enjoy it in one piece as a unit, but you can also analyze the music, especially with the 009, because of its very high resolution, or ultra high resolution. You can hear everything that the microphone recorded. You can hear every crack in the voice of the singer. That also means that you get a lot of emotions. It's not just analytical, but if you have this ultra high resolution, you can hear the emotions of a singer. For example, you can hear a voice cracking. Bob Dylan, for example, his voice cracks all the time, and you can hear the different layers that are there to a voice, and how maybe just one layer cracks and the other doesn't, and how a singer ends a line at the very end, and you can hear how lips open. So it's really amazing how much detail these headphones give you, and how much detail there actually is in a recording. The 007, they have very high resolution as well, and I'm not missing anything when I'm listening to them. But if you're in for the highest resolution possible, you should go with for the 009. The mids are awesome. They are wonderful. Vocals, piano music, guitar music. Comes across very well textured and very musical way, especially on the 007. I think they have it's the most musical sound, and vocals. There's no better headphone for vocals than the 007. The bass is, yeah, it's there, absolutely. If you have a proper amp, you need, especially for the 007, you need the top of the line Sennheiser, Stax amp. And you need a powerful aftermarket amp. Once you have that, there is no problem with the bass. There's a lot of bass, and the bass is just very enjoyable, round, a bit liquid maybe, but it's really a joy to listen to it. Compared to the Focals headphones, the Elear and the Utopia, they are great in their own right. They are very balanced, they don't have any weaknesses, and it's a lot of fun listening to them. What they can do well is you get the expression that your ear is right next to the instrument, that your ear is right there when the guitar kicks in, for example, and you think, wow, this guitar is so present right now, and you really feel it. It's really vivid. There's a lot of presence, and these are really dynamic headphones. But after a while, I found this a bit tiring, a bit stressful, because there's always something else that comes into the foreground with the Focals. It's like, hey, look at this guitar, and now listen to this, and you are thrown around a bit in the mix. Whereas with the Stax system, it's always a relaxing experience. It's like you have the best seats in the theater, and the sound is induced into your brain directly, without any distortion and without any you are not being thrown around. It's more laid back, and I prefer that, especially again for longer listening sessions. Also with the Focals, I think that the mids are a bit elevated. This adds to the experience that certain instruments are very present. So I think they did that's a little trick there. What else? Yeah, so I think Stax, it's the best sound, but there are not many reviews. So there's no review of the SR-007, and I think there's only one review of the 009 that was done by Headfi, and he said this is the best headphone ever. Tyler from Infidelity and Zed from Zed Reviews, they do not do high-end Stax reviews, and they do hundreds of reviews. So I don't understand why. Zed did one review of a Stax system. That's the 2170 entry-level system. That's $900, and the amp is included. And when he listened to these cans, he said, okay, this is my end game. My search for the best sound is over. I found it. It's Stax. Everything else is garbage. This is what he said in his review. But after that, he never did a Stax review again. So I don't understand. Maybe Stax has a bad marketing department. Maybe they do not give reviewers samples. Maybe it's because of this plug. So if you want to listen to a Stax headphone, you need a certain kind of amp. But I really think it's worth a try. So if you're in for high-end audio, and maybe you have some high-end headphones, you should really give these cans a try, because I think they are remarkable. And I think you will be very pleased. That's it. Thank you. Take care.